Welcome. This is a short video designed for feet and ankles. For this video, you will need a wall, ideally, or a chair, a small ball, I use a little spiky ball, and a yoga block or a fairly large book. So to begin with, observe your feet. Observe where the weight might be distributed in your feet, front, back, side, side. And also notice if one leg is dominant. Do you have more weight on your right leg or your left leg? Notice if you're breathing. So let's begin. Take the ball and place it in the very center of your foot. So I'm placing it right in front of my heel, and I'm going to do a little side-to-side action just to massage that very center place where I can get tight due to calf and soleus tension, due to foot tension itself, and then I'm going to do a little massage in that area as well. So you're right in the middle of the heel, front of your heel, and you're breathing. There should be no pain or discomfort as you're doing this whole routine. Now step on the ball with your heel. So your heel is touching the ball, and you're going to do a side-to-side shimmy. You're going to cross your whole heel. Front of the heel, middle of the heel, and even the back of your heel. You can notice your knee and hip are also moving. And you're going to then shift to the outside of that same foot, right between your little toe and your heel. Notice how that feels. Notice if you're breathing. Just apply enough pressure you know you're there. Not so much that you have any pain or discomfort. Then go to the center of your foot, cross over, and put a little pressure between your big toe and your heel on the other side. So you're right in that medial arch area. Now you're going to come to your toe mound. You're going to touch each toe mound right underneath the toes at least 3 times. Observe any spreading of the fascial tissue. Observe your breath again. We want to keep breathing going so we get circulation, oxygen, mindfulness all happening. Now, see if you can grab the ball and lift it. If you can't lift the ball quite yet, don't worry about it, just grab it and use all your toes. If you can lift it, observe which toes you are doing the lifting with. Are you lifting with all the toes or just the big toe? Now, let's go ahead and massage the whole foot. So find any areas that maybe you need a little extra tension. So go through the whole foot. You're breathing, you're feeling some nice circulation, some nice healing energy, and maybe even release the tension in that foot. Take a moment to observe that foot compared to the foot you have not worked yet. These little comparisons are helpful for the brain to integrate any work you may have done. Stepping on the ball with the other foot now, right in the center of the heel. So you're on the bottom of the foot, the center of the heel. Then you're going to go side to side, shimmy a bit, release that fascial tension, prevent plantar fasciitis. Then you're going to go to the inside of your foot. The order will be a little different on this side, between the big toe and the heel. Feel that. Go to the lateral part of your foot, between your little toe and your heel. Press down and feel that. Notice if you're breathing. So let's step on the ball with our heel now. Your toes are touching the mat or your floor, and you're going to go side to side. So see if you can cover the whole heel as you're doing that. And you're going to take the ball and touch each toe mound at least 3 times. So you're underneath your toes here. You're breathing, you're feeling some nice sensation ideally. You notice a little spreading of that fascia, noting that when you have shoes on, those toes get crowded together. Let's go ahead and lift the ball with this foot, noticing if it's harder or easier than your first foot. Those little comparisons can make a huge difference in your muscle re-education. And then massage the whole foot. Notice any areas of restriction. Notice any areas that feel lighter, looser, a little freer. Do that for a few more seconds. You can do this routine any time of the day. You can do it before you go out for a walk in the morning. You can do it at night even. So observe both your feet now. How are they feeling? Now what I'd like you to do is just find your toes again, either foot, and curl them under. Now as you're curling them under, see if you can back off and go to that first toe joint. So your big toe joint, and that should transcend all the way across the other first toe joints. A little tighter, and if there's pain there, start with the second toe joints. That might be easier for you, and then you can work towards getting those first toe joints. Now let's go to the other foot, same thing. So start by just curling your toes under, and then see if you can find that first big toe joint, and notice if all the other toes are receiving a stretch as well. So this is going to get the anterior part of your foot up into the lower leg, and it's going to give you some nice relief and tension that you may have there, but that may be restricting your movement up the line, particularly in the knees. Now we're going to transition to use the wall or chair. So you're going to turn, and you're going to place one foot back. This is called the athlete's prayer for loose calves. So it's like the runner stretch, where you reach your heel away from you, you feel a stretch on the back of the leg. Now you're going to come up, and you're actually going to work your calf by pressing down all 5 toes. Then you're going to reach the heel away from you, feel the bottom foot, back leg area, your calf receiving the stretch. You're going to repeat that. Every time you repeat it, you should feel a little stronger. So notice that. Get a little longer. That's our final time. So this time we're going to come up. We're going to press. We're going to feel that work. We're going to go down. We're going to reach. We feel that lengthen. I need to scoop my foot in for a little bit more biomechanical efficiency. You're going to wiggle your toes now with your heel down, and to assist the wiggling, tap the fingers that same side on the wall. Look at those fingers as you're tapping them. That will assist the wiggling, that will assist the release of tension and re-educate those muscles. Now take your book or your block and step on it with the opposite foot. The foot you just worked, that leg is hanging off your block. Pull your navel in, let gravity do the work here. The standing leg is doing all the work. You're pressing down, little bend in that knee, navel in. You're breathing. We just want to release some tension, might be in your psoas muscle, your anterior leg. We want to let gravity assist us. Protect your back, drawing the navel in, pressing down to the standing leg, and keep a little bend in that knee. Ah, that feels good. Anytime you can release tension in that anterior hip, it's good for your whole structure. Now we're going to transition to the other foot, the athlete's prayer, taking that foot back, press down, all 5 toes working. Reach the heel, feel the lengthening come to that back leg area. Let's try that again. Pressing, sensing, feeling. Reaching, lengthening, letting go all that stress and tension that leg may have. Up and press, down and reach. Let's go for one more time. All 5 toes working. Calf releasing. Now we're going to wiggle. So begin by tapping the fingers, looking at them for a moment, and wiggling the toes. Get as much movement in those toes you can, so tap those fingers as much as you can. It'll make a huge difference. Then you're going to transition. For the most part, you're going to need to turn around and let the other leg hang. The leg you just worked is the leg that's hanging. You're pulling your navel in, giving your back a break. You're letting that leg be free. It'll spring the opposing leg. By releasing this groin, you're also releasing your back. By drawing your transverse abdominis muscle in, you're also giving your back support. So you can do some really good work with this simple action. Last movement series for the feet and ankles is you're going to come up on the toes holding your wall or chair. So noticing how that feels, just coming up on the toes and then coming down. Now you're going to come up on the toes and you're going to sit down in a small chair. It's not quite there. You're going to come up on your toes and sit back down. We'll try that one more time. Keep your breathing and just observe how this feels. Now we'll repeat that action. As you come up on your toes, I want you to look up towards your ceiling. And then I want you to sit back down that chair. Look up, sit down. Notice your whole body is now integrating this movement. And let's try that one more time. Relax. Place one hand, doesn't matter which hand, at your neck. Sit back in that chair, rise up, feel what's happening in your neck as you look up. Sit down in the chair, you're looking at the wall perhaps, and then you're looking to the ceiling. feeling the response in your neck. One more time, relax. Last movement, take that same hand, place it on your chest, so right below your clavicles, front of your sternum. Bend your knees, sit in that chair, come up on your toes, look up to the ceiling. Look back at the wall as you bend the knees, rise up on the toes, feel the response in the chest now. So we're integrating this into a whole body experience. Let's go one more time, and we're still breathing. So, closing the eyes once again, feeling the feet, lower legs, ankles, and any integration into your whole structure. You may want to take a short walk and feel that response in your feet, your legs, your ankles. Do they feel lighter, looser, a little bit more organized?